game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to a come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstaged. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we'll see Jordan Love. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Packers and the Lions, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep.
Here we go.
They'll start out here with the option left. He's got daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Love looking to throw it. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The numbers for Bryant last week, 5 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 21 carries for an even 100 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Call it a gain of a yard. 3rd and 7 now. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, it's Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I'd let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
There he goes, right side, inside the 10, and finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long, one play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Now Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out now come the Lions. But partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Back to throw, Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's Goff. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A shotgun snap for Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year. Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Here's Jones again on second down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Love now on second down. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jack Campbell gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good return for the guy. And you know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play?
I'm not to play a fantasy game. I enjoy watching
You're an analyst.
do it.
You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, he's a champ in my book.
The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. 2nd down. Love. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Trying to move the pocket there. Out to the right on the bootleg, but nothing develops. And he's forced to just throw this one away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Blue check.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Yellow line.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game, we skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Goff now looks to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's Goff. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Motioning to the left is Robinson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. Love. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, Saints!
Here's Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. the gun. They'll give to Gibbs. And he dives his way forward to right around the line of scrimmage, so nothing there that time. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On the give, here's Gibbs. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Ready.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And he is going to have the Lions first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. So a moment to catch our collective breath. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. let this go deep for St. Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Let's go. Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one, tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a 3rd. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
Love now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Blue check. Yellow. Black. Check pink. Check white. Black swap.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Jones trucks over him, able to power through. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jones again. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Gibbs.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Here's second down. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, here's Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Goff now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked his special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
Ready?
On third down, here's Jones. Shoves him away.
Missed.
This will not go down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And a first down carry by Jones. And managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Here's 3rd down and 5.
Blue, check. Yellow, line, check, pink.
Again, it's Jones. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. So here now is Anders Carlson in a really big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 24-21, 33 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now it's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, they've hit it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it situation, not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will get out of bounds as that stops the clock on a big gainer up close to midfield. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
$12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
We're good. We're good.
First throw in overtime for Goff. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end.
Wide open, complete, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic.